Hey everybody, Livingston here. Today we're jumping into another fun-filled episode of Tales from the Crypt. This time it's Season 1, Episode 2, and All Through the House. Came out June 10th, 1989, and I'm looking forward to jumping into this one. But before we do, let's jump into your comments for last week's episode, The Man Who Was Death. William Carbajal 383 says, excellent series. This is a rather quintessential episode. Keep them coming. We love the Crypt Keeper. Show. I enjoy these episodes that are like kind of one-offs, being around 24, 25 minutes, much like the Twilight Zone. Outer Limits, I kind of go back and forth on it. I think the last episode I seen of the Outer Limits was one of my favorites, but so far I'm enjoying that this is also a short series in the mix, so looking forward to jumping in deeper at that. But looking forward to jumping in deeper of what is Tales from the Crypt. E-Chair says, it must have been humiliating for him to be strapped into the electric chair by his colleagues at the very place where he worked. His expression during the second jolt appeared to show a pleasure after enduring the pain. This might have been ironic considering that in his introduction he said, I like electricity, and it's got to be the old electric chair for me, haha. Yeah, very true. Kind of came full circle when he was talking about wanting to go out in the electric chair, and it turns out that's exactly what happened, even though he was begging not to be electrocuted. Just wait for that governor's call. It's coming, but luckily, or I should say unlucky for him, he ended up being taken out before the time in which he wanted to go out. So, oh well, and we'll see what episode 2 has to bring for us. Jonathan Stein says, I only ever saw a few episodes of this show, and this was one of them, and while they might have telegraphed the twist right at the start, it was still a good one. Yeah, I kind of knew where they were going with this episode from the very beginning. I mean, I didn't know exactly how they were going to bust him, but they kind of just busted him without actually knowing the story of how the cops came on to him and how they figured out he was the one behind it all, other than the fact that he is the guy behind electricity and he was the one that put people to death that way. So, but we didn't have to know. We just know that he was captured and he was put to death, and that was the end of his story. So yeah, interesting episode. It kept me intrigued, and that's really all that matters. Brian Hicks 3272 says, how ironic, I brought up this very series in my last Twilight Zone comment, and the next day you react to this very show. Yeah, it's interesting how that happens. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it makes you go, were they listening to me? Was somebody reading my mind? But yeah, interesting that it happened at the same time that you were talking about it on the other show. So that's pretty cool, and glad we're jumping into this new adventure to get to episode 93 of this show. So, but anyways, thanks for the comments, everybody, and let's jump into it and see what we're getting into. Santa. Funny how it's coming out this time of year. It's Christmas.
Ho, 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 kiddies. Why else would I be in this getup? Unless there was a clause in my contract. A little terror tale chock full of holiday fear. Get a gander of a Yuletide yelp yard that goes a little something like this.
Ooh. Robert Zemeckis did this one, huh?
Something needs to be done about that fire. Have you got the poker?
Yeah, in our hands.
Yes.
Well, let me have it.
What did you say?
Don't
What are you,
do it.
Jeff?
Boy, they killed him quick. He's an actual decent star for back in the day.
Merry Christmas, you son of a
One
bitch.
way of going out.
Mommy, where is he? Did he bring me stuff?
Not yet.
But I saw him. He was outside. Good night, Joseph.
Must not be dead, huh? How's she gonna get rid of the body?
I don't think even Santa could wake up your stepfather. You get to sleep, young lady, or the big guy won't
I don't
come
want
at
her to
all.
sleep.
I'm gonna open this window for you, but just a little bit cold.
What did you want for Christmas, Mommy?
Your stepfather dead.
I already got it, sweetheart.
So is Santa gonna take her out? Like, what's gonna happen?
Hey, it's the Vic Monster. I'm out partying. Leave your name, number, and measurements.
I know you told me not to call, but I just had to tell you. I did it. It's all ours. The money, everything. Merry Christmas, darling.
Gift wrapped.
And a very happy new year.
Now she's gonna get rid of the body.
How many times have I asked you to lose some weight?
So is Santa gonna show up and help her? Or call her naughty, or get onto her, or... Whoops. Sorry about that.
Come on, Joseph.
And now here's Tracy Donahue with the headline.
A male Caucasian reported to have brutally murdered 4 women in the Pleasantville area. Escaped earlier this evening and should be considered.
You could have just blamed it on him if you left him inside the house. I found him this way.
His late 40s and is reported to be wearing a Santa Claus suit stolen from the home of one of his victims.
Uh-oh.
Trip to the gym once in a while, it wouldn't have killed you. How about a nice cold plunge, Joseph?
As long as you don't get your water from that well. Uh-oh. He's alive? Now is he dead, or was that just like a little jolt of adrenaline there, or whatever that was?
Now you're dead. Who's there?
Santa.
Hello?
She gonna make it out of this one? Ooh. Keep it down, the kid's sleeping upstairs. Chop the hand off. Ooh. That didn't feel good. Well, you killed them at the right time. Right when there's a mass murder out.
Give me your location, ma'am.
My location?
Hello?
I can't. Curious if she's gonna actually live through this. You just called the police station. Can you tell us where you're at? Answer. Plus, don't turn your back on a window. They can come right through that. See? It's like slasher film 101. Ooh! That's 2 bodies she's got to get rid of.
Hello?
Mrs. Kamen?
Yes?
This is Kamen. This is Sergeant Feldstein.
Oh, hey.
In about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. What's the plan?
Oh, no, officer. I didn't kill him. Santa did it. Didn't you?
Okay. What's up with the innocent little girl? What's going to happen to her? You should do it in the same place where the poker went. How many times are you going to have to do it? Whoops.
Santa!
It's not Santa, kid. Really? You lost it that quick?
You gotta be kidding me.
Uh-oh. Santa's not dead. Shouldn't wear sleigh bells if you're trying to stay quiet.
That's it, Joseph.
Better hurry up. Uh-oh. Lock the door?
Operator?
The killer! The killer is here!
Hello? Hello?
Whoops. He is gone.
He's got an axe! He's got an axe! 12 Lori Lane!
A weapon in the house. Anything you can protect yourself?
Yeah, poker.
Joseph's gone!
Well, hurry up. Uh-oh. There's a window to crawl out of. Get the gun. No.
I knew you'd hear Santa.
Oh no.
I've been waiting all night.
Get the gun and shoot out the window.
Watch out, Santa, don't slip. Hurry up, you big old Santa.
Jeez, girl, can't you see? That's not Santa. Come on, you can do it.
Here, Santa, I'll help you.
No. Can we have a happy ending? Uh-oh.
No. Carrie.
Hurry up.
I told you Santa would come, and he didn't even have to come down the chimney. I let him
Great,
in.
kid. Why didn't you get the gun?
Naughty or nice?
Okay. Couldn't you tackle the guy or something instead of just yelling no over and over and over again? Jeez. She had the gun.
Oh, don't worry about little Carrie. This particular Santa preferred older women. In pieces, that is.
Well, that was it for episode 2. Interesting episode for sure. I was really into it until the very end where she comes downstairs without the gun in hand and her daughter lets Santa in. I was just like, really? You could have gotten the gun. You could have just ran downstairs and shot the guy and waited for the police and you would have been free from the insanity. Your husband would have been taken care of and there would have been an alibi and a reasoning as to why you got away with his murder. But you just didn't play it smart, and that's just the way it is. We didn't actually see that she died or anything, and the cops were supposed to be dropping by in about 20 minutes anyway, so if it left it kind of open-ended, maybe possibly there was a chance that she got out with her daughter. We're not sure, but this is Tales from the Crypt where things tend to end on a sad note, so more than likely they caught their demise, and the guy ended up maybe going back to the insane asylum or wherever he came from, but it was an okay episode. I thought the first one was still the better episode of the 2 so far. Looking forward to getting into episode 3 and going further into this series. But let's jump into some trivia and see what it took to get this episode off the ground. The story has previously been adapted in a segment in the 1972 film version of the comic. Yep, I did read that at the very beginning of the credits. This is the second time Larry Drake plays an escaped psych patient that goes on a killing spree. He played one in Dr. Giggles. Larry Drake is the guy who played Santa, and he is also the bad guy in the Darkman series. Definitely liked his character in that as well. In the Season 1 episode, and all through the house, the radio announcer warns the Gaines County area of the escaped maniac in a Santa suit. This is a reference to William Gaines, publisher of the comic books in the 1950s. Also, when the police officer calls the wife, he says his name is Fieldstein, a reference to Al Fieldstein, one of Gaines' top EC Comics employees. In Lethal Weapon 2, Roger Murtaugh's daughter has her television debut on a television commercial that airs during this episode. You can see the family watching it with the sound off as they wait for their daughter's ad. Interestingly, Mary Ellen Trainor made appearances in all 4 Lethal Weapon films. The title is the first line from A Visit from St. Nicholas, first published anonymously in 1823 by Clement Clark Moore. The episode's director, Robert Zemeckis, and its leading lady, Mary Ellen Trainor, were married in real life from 1980 to 2000. This is the first time where the Crypt Keeper says the title of the story. In the Season 1 episode, In All Through the House, at one point Santa attacks the main character by attempting to strangle her from behind. In Tales from the Crypt 1972, Santa strangles Dame Joan Collins' character to death in a similar fashion. Well, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue on this voyage to episode 93 of Tales from the Crypt. Until next time, see you later.